Alright everybody, this is my angelfish tank, and this is just going to be a real basic before and after water change. I'm not planning on doing anything specific. We're lucky enough to catch my Synodontis Petricola up there swimming among the roots. I've got a bunch of Serpae Tetras in here, these red ones, and they have been spawning like crazy in these roots. So I don't know whether there's any eggs in the roots or not. The way that catfish is burrowing around in there, I'm guessing there probably is. Unfortunately for those fish, when I do the water change tonight, I'm getting a little behind on my gardening here. So about 5 pounds of that water Sprite is going in the trash tonight. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a before look, and then we'll do an after look, and that'll be pretty much the end of this video. Nothing special tonight, just a water change, throw away a bunch of plants, and wipe the glass down, fill it back up, and I'll be done. I do want to make a little note while we've got the tank here in the condition it's in. If you look at how fuzzy the individual roots look, those little tiny fuzzy hairs that are coming off are actually where they're like the capillaries if that was an arterial system. That's where the oxygen exchange is, that's where the nutrient exchange happens. Those are the important bits of the roots, and that's what a plant will look like if it's left to grow and do its thing free floating in the water. That is what they look like when they're in a tank with gouramis. Gouramis just love that water Sprite. They eat it all day long. So it gets brutalized in this tank, but that's okay because it grows so fast. It stays on top of stays ahead of the gouramis, and I'm able to actually wind up. I throw stuff away out of this tank as well. It still grows faster than they're able to eat it. But this video is going to be about this tank. Again, this is my angelfish tank, and that'll be your last look at it before we get started on the water change. And you give me a few minutes and we'll look at the after. So there's your after. As you can see, I took a ton of plants out of there. I got rid of a lot of that water Sprite. That just went in the trash. And before anybody says anything about that, I have cyanobacteria in my tanks, and I keep it under control with the there's a UV sterilizer in my canister filters, and I keep that running all the time. So while the cyanobacteria does grow on surfaces, any that breaks loose and gets in the water column gets killed off, and that way I don't have it get out of control, and I'm slowly getting on top of it. But every time I look at the water Sprite, if you look closely enough at it, you can see bright green stuff on it, and that is in fact the cyanobacteria. So before anybody asks me if I will send them some or sell them some or give them some, that's not the issue. I would gladly just give the stuff away by the bucketful because I get so much of it. It's just contaminated, and I wouldn't give it to anybody even for free just because I wouldn't want to put that in your tank. The stuff's cheap enough that you can go pick it up somewhere. If you don't have access to it, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you could try mail ordering it or something. But I wouldn't give my plants away to anybody just for sake of I would not want to contaminate their tanks. I'm not a breeder or a seller or anything like that. These are, my tanks and my fish, and I wouldn't want to risk contaminating anybody else's tank. So that's why I don't actually do anything with my plants other than throw them in the trash when they get to be overgrown. So that's that. This was just going to be a simple before and after. As a teaser, I will tell you I've been continuing my comparison testing between the API test kit and the CChem test kit for nitrates and nitrites, and I'm finding some interesting stuff. I won't say to throw away your API test kit just yet, but wait till I do the new video before you make any kind of decisions about what you think is going to be a better test kit for you to use and for your needs. Because I have done some more testing on it, and I will do a video about that really shortly. So thanks for watching this one. Please subscribe so you don't miss any updates. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you real soon.